Hello dear students. So let's have our online geography class, and we already completed the syllabus for our first term exam and continuing revision of the chapters. Through the previous chapter, now we are aware of the physical location and political divisions of India. To know a land and its people, we must study other important features too. Among them, a most important feature is climate. So, what is climate? In easy words, we can say the atmospheric conditions that prevail over a country is called as climate of that country. Why do we wear woolen clothes in December, or why it is very hot in the month of May? Answer of all these questions can be found out by studying the chapter Climate of India. India is a large country having a wide diversity of physical features. There are mountains, plateaus, plains and deserts too. So the climatic conditions also vary from one region to another. While some places in India are close to the ocean, others are far away. Here in the given table, there are some examples of temperature and rainfall conditions of 5 places in different parts of India. And you can see here through this table that there is a variation of temperature and annual rainfall between different places. So you can see that there is a great variation of temperature and rainfall in India. Besides having a large land area, India also have different types of landforms like mountains, plateaus and deserts. These factors directly affect the climate of a region. So, what are the factors which affect the climate? So, firstly, latitude. Climate of a region depends on how close or far the region is from the equator. We know that temperature decreases as we move away from the equator. You know that the Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of India. And for that reason, the region to its south experiences tropical climate actually. And in this region, sun rays are nearly vertical throughout the year and seasonal variation is low. The peninsular shape of the Indian mainland and the presence of the Himalayan range in the north also impacts the climate of India. Thiruvananthapuram, which is closer to the equator, experiences summer throughout the year, whereas winter gets longer and more intense in the northern India, which is farther away from the equator. The Ladakh region, the northernmost part of India, the Ladakh region experiences high temperature in summer and a severely cold winter, for it is far away from the sea and is surrounded by the lofty Himalayas in the north. This mountain range acts as a climatic divide to form a barrier and prevent the movement of cold air from Central Asia into the Indian subcontinent. Therefore, the northern India is not cold in winter as Tibet, which is much closer to the Himalayas. Now, surrounding seas. You can see here this map, in the map of India, that peninsular India is surrounded by seas on three sides, which have a moderating effect on the temperature of coastal regions. For example, in Maharashtra, Mumbai has an equable climate, whereas Nagpur in the interior, it is experience an extreme climate. Surrounding seas provide moisture to the onshore winds and increase the humidity. The monsoon winds absorb a lot of moisture when they pass over the seas and bring heavy rainfall in the coastal plains. Bay of Bengal is the source of tropical cyclones which cause heavy rainfall in August and September. Now about relief features. Actually, Himalaya acts as a climatic divide in India. The rain-bearing wind from the sea ascend up the slopes which produces heavy rainfall on the windward side, and the leeward side, just opposite side in Tibet, is a rain shadow. You can see here in this diagram, windward side and leeward side. The side where the rainfall occurs, that is windward side, and just the opposite side is called as leeward side. So, this part the leeward side receive very little rainfall. Western Ghats receive heavy rainfall as it faces the monsoon winds, but opposite side, the eastern slopes are in the rain shadow area. Mahabaleshwar, located on Western Ghats windward side, gets 625 cm annual rainfall, but Pune, few kilometers away, located to the extreme slope of Western Ghats, gets only 70 cm of annual rainfall. And altitude. We know that temperature decreases at the rate of 1 degree centigrade for every 165 meter. This is known as lapse rate of temperature. Therefore, the hill stations such as Shimla, Nainital, Darjeeling, Ooty or Udhagamandalam, Kodaikanal, etc. record lower temperature than plains. Always remember, the higher the altitude, the lesser will be the temperature. Now, wind and pressure. Due to difference in heating of land and sea, actually land heated much more in daytime than sea. The cool sea breeze blows from sea to land during the day, and at night the cool land breeze blows from land to sea, which has a moderate effect on the day and night temperature in coastal region. Okay? Now, the major seasons of India. Actually, considering the variations in air temperature, rainfall and air current, India experiences 4 seasons, namely cold weather season or winter season. It is December to February, and then hot weather season or summer season, it is March to May, and advancing southwest monsoon season or rainy season from June to September, retreating monsoon season from October to November. Okay? And now, firstly, the winter season in India. Winter season in India starts from early December and continues till end of February. January is the coldest month. And this season is more intense in the north as compared to the south, because South India lies close to the equator and is more influenced by the seas. During this season, India experiences clear skies, low humidity and fine weather. Next is hot weather or summer season. Hot weather or summer season in India lasts from March to May. Temperatures are high throughout the country. The average temperature during this season is about 30 to 40 degree centigrade. April is the hottest month in western and southern regions of India, while May is the hottest month in the northern regions of India. The Deccan Plateau is comparatively cooler due to its altitude and influence of the sea. Monsoon is the most predominant season in India. Okay. Firstly, advancing southwest monsoon season, that is June to September. By the end of the May, the northern and northwestern part of India become extremely hot. As a result, the low pressure zone over this region becomes very strong. There is a strong pressure gradient from south to north. Now I am telling you that whenever a region becomes very hot, the air pressure of that area becomes very low as hot air rises up and so create low pressure, and cold dry air create high pressure as these are heavy enough. So at the end of summer, intense low pressure develops in northwestern and central parts of India, whereas higher pressure remains over the oceans, because water body always cooler than land, remember always. Now, as we know that air from high pressure area always flows towards the low pressure area. So, here the southeast trade winds of the southern hemisphere are attracted towards the intense low pressure. As these trade winds cross the equator, it gets deflected to as the southwest winds. These winds are moisture laden as they blow largely over the Indian Ocean. These winds strikes the west coast of India first. Since these winds enter India from the southwest part, they are called southwest monsoon. Clear? The southwest monsoon winds break or burst over the coast of Kerala in the beginning of June, and the monsoon current is deflected by the peninsular part. Then it divided into two branches, Arabian Sea branch and Bay of Bengal branch. Clear? Arabian Sea branch and the Bay of Bengal branch together cover almost the entire country except Tamil Nadu coast. These winds are responsible for most of the annual rainfall throughout India. However, even during the monsoon season, it does not rain continuously. Heavy rainfall is followed by dry intervals. That means there is no continuous rain. But there are short spells of rain for a few days followed by clear skies and sunshine. The formation of cyclones in the Bay of Bengal and their movement towards the east coast cause spells of rain. The amount of rainfall also varies from place to place because it depends on the relief features of that particular area. Now the retreating monsoon season. The months of October and November are known as the retreating monsoon season because the monsoon winds withdraw from the Indian subcontinent. It is a period of transition between hot humid summer and cool dry winter. By the middle of September, the temperature decreases considerably, as well as the low pressure in northwest India decreases too. With a change in temperature, the monsoon begins to withdraw from the country, starting from the north to south. In the beginning of October, clear skies prevail over the northern plains. A little rise in temperature takes place and the humidity is still high. This hot and humid weather is very oppressive and is commonly called the October heat. During this period of transition, the low pressure area shifts from northern India to the Bay of Bengal. This shift is marked by the formation of cyclones. These tropical cyclones strike coastal Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha and Ganga Brahmaputra delta, causing widespread damage. These tropical cyclones originate near the Andaman Islands in the Bay of Bengal. They travel towards the west and northwest. Thus, the Kaveri Delta and Krishna Godavari Delta are often affected by such cyclones. Some cyclones reach the Mahanadi Delta and Ganga Delta as well. Strong winds, torrential rainfall, and high waves along the coast cause a lot of damage to life and property. Now, what is the impact of a monsoon in the country? Actually, over half of India's population works in agriculture, and monsoon rains directly affect their incomes and livelihood. Agriculture adds up to more than 15% of India's gross domestic product, which means that when crops fail because of too little rain, the economy suffers. Okay, showing the pattern of annual rainfall in India. Okay, you can see here the pattern of rainfall, that is lower in this part and higher in the darker part. Okay, so this was the chapter. I hope you understand the chapter very well and you read the chapter thoroughly, and the question answers as I gave you. The objective type question answers mainly. For that our exam will be MCQ type. And that's all for today's class. Till my next class, bye to all of you. All of you stay safe and healthy.